You are Eric Lemus.
Limas. Eric Limas.
Mr. Lemus, you're charged with reckless driving. You are facing up to 30 days in jail
Hasta 30 días.
and or a $500 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 15th,
El 15 de marzo
2025,
del 2025,
officers were working a
oficiales estaban
street racing
trabajando.
That's not just a warning, that's a legal landmine. If immigration gets involved while you're in custody, you could be stuck there for months, even if your case moves quickly. Judges hammer these bond conditions for a reason. One slip can turn a 30-day max into a life-changing problem. Would you risk it just to drive without a license?
takeover operation
Una operación
at
de la calle
909
de
Shepherd
909
Drive
Shepherd
in Harris
Drive en
County,
Condado
Texas.
Harris, Texas.
The officer
Los
observed a
oficiales
vehicle
observaron
fail
un
to signal a lane
vehículo que no
change and run a red light while
hizo
oncoming traffic was present.
y venía tráfico. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yes. The officer
Los
observed the
oficiales observaron
vehicle
un
fail to
vehículo que
signal a
no
lane
puso su
change
señal para cambiar
and
el
run a
carril
red
y se
light
pasó una luz roja
with oncoming
con
traffic.
tráfico que venía en su contra.
The vehicle then
El vehículo
continued
entonces
to weave
continuó
between lanes
a pasar entre los carriles
at speeds
de un carril
exceeding
a otro
60 miles per
a
hour
las velocidades de hasta
in a
60
35 miles per hour
por hora
zone.
en una zona de 35 millas por hora.
The passenger was
El pasajero
seen
se
hanging
vio
out of the window
por la ventanilla,
while the vehicle was in
mientras el
motion.
vehículo estaba en marcha.
A traffic stop was
Se hizo
initiated.
un alto.
The defendant denied his
El
actions and
el
the
acusado negó sus acciones al
officer
oficial. El
informed him
oficial
that
le
they would be
informó
on camera.
que estaban en cámara.
Officer informed what?
El
The
oficial
defendant that they
observó
would be on camera,
que el
the dash
acusado
cam.
estaba
Okay, so
Grabado en
just pulls him
cámara.
out. Does he ask for a license, insurance, anything like that? Just pulls him out and arrests him?
At that point, they did.
En ese
I believe they
momento.
arrested him for
Creo que lo
reckless driving.
arrestaron por manejo imprudente.
Yes, you. Mr. Lemus, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run him to see if he has a Texas driver's license, please?
He does not have a
Pregunta si
license.
tiene licencia de manejar. No, no tiene
Mr.
licencia.
Lemus,
Señor Limas,
if you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, then you are
seguro,
not allowed to drive.
permite manejar.
That is a condition of your bond.
Son
If I
fianza.
find that you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with.
Él bajo custodia hasta
And then
que
you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
él lo entiende. Tiene que estar-
Yes or no?
Sí o no? Yes.
How old are you, sir?
¿Qué edad tiene usted, señor?
17.
17.
Okay. I will provide you a lawyer today. So what we'll do is I'll have you fill out an application for me for a court-appointed lawyer.
Para una
I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. I will have you take a seat in the jury box while we find you a lawyer. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Otherwise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
arresto.
Okay, please, Deputy Rand, if you don't mind. Hi, Herman.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Hey, man.
Mr. Payne, if you want to read along when the prosecutor does, you can read right there. Vicente Payne, Your Honor. Page 11 per Victoria.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Payne.
Your Honor.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 15th at approximately 11:22 p.m., the officers were dispatched to a 911 call regarding a three-way motor vehicle crash at the intersection of Spencer Highway and 11th Street in Harris County, Texas. The defendant's motor vehicle was identified by his Texas license plate. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed slurred speech, red glassy eyes, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, and poor balance. During the investigation, it was apparent that the defendant's motor vehicle failed to yield the right of way for left turn, causing the defendant's vehicle to strike Unit 2, causing Unit 2 to strike Unit 3. All parties involved advised at the time of the collision the defendant was operating his motor vehicle. The defendant advised that he consumed 3 tall boy Michelob Ultras at a residence prior to operating the motor vehicle. One open container was found cold to the touch and was located on the right outside of the defendant's motor vehicle's driver's side door, and that the defendant was advised that that was his 4th beer. SFSTs were conducted. It was a 6 out of 6 on the HGN, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and a 3 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant was placed into custody and was transported to the police station. The DIC was read and sentenced to breath, which the results were a .234 and a .230.
Are you telling me that he had alcohol in the car and he's
Yes, Your
drinking while he's driving as well?
I cannot tell you whether he was drinking while he was driving, but alcohol was found in the vehicle.
Where was it?
It was found in the vehicle, on the driver's side door.
Mr. Payne, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now not to drive any vehicle whatsoever for any reason. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You could be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every.
Notice how Judge Fleischer isn't leaving any wiggle room here. No special driving hours, no exceptions. In Texas, a 0.234 BAC after a crash means zero tolerance. He's basically saying, if you touch a steering wheel, your next destination is a jail cell. Too strict, or completely fair.
Time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, may I request, I understand why the court is concerned about this case. Can we just limit it so he can just drive for the certain hours of the day so he can support himself to do the necessary things in his home with the interlock device and or scram device as well? I mean, it's hard, as you know, in Houston, Texas, it's hard for someone to be able to live where we have without any public transportation or anything to get around. If we can just limit his driving just to the specific hours that the court allows.
How old are you, sir?
21.
He's 21. He has beer in the car and he's a .26.
2.3, I thought, but I mean, I'm not to quibble, but yes.
No, you are not
Because the
to
bond conditions just
drive.
seem a bit egregious considering it's first off.
I understand, Herman, and I would recognize, or I would understand that it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. And there's a 3-car collision. He's a .23 with alcohol in the car. No, I don't want you driving. And I'm telling you now, if I find that you do, there's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand? You're also not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, you will be spending quite some time with me.
Will you reconsider the order or the condition, Judge?
I will always do it. Yes. I want some time to pass,
Sure.
and I want to see some proactivity, Herman, and I'm always all ears. But for the moment, I don't want him anywhere near a car.
Is his appearance waived as long as he's maintaining his conditions, Judge?
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. But Mr. Payne, I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. If that means putting you in custody, I don't care. If you have Jesus here arguing on your behalf, I will protect my city at all costs. Do you understand?
So,
All right, I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria Center reset. You'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, then you're free to go.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Good morning, Mr. Salinas. Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
I apologize, Judge. My internet is.
That's okay.
An investigator called the number listed in the city of Houston for McCall Gill, who stated that he had not worked for Premium Care in 3 or 4 years. The investigator found the defendant to be Craig McPherson, Officer conducted a search on Craig McPherson and was not able to locate EMS.
Is this the right office?
Sorry,
report?
yes, I think I apologize, Judge.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
Here, I'll just leave. Just the, there must have. And I think it might be out of order. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's the thing I did. Okay.
Is it crotch or something?
Sorry. No, Your Honor, just our notes are all backwards, so that's on me. I'm sorry. On there it is. On May 23rd, 2023, the complainant made a report that his scooter was stolen. And it was worth approximately $600. The complainant provided the serial number. On August 5th, 2024, the officer received a hit from Leads Online, which noted that the defendant pawned the scooter. The officer went to that Easy Pawn location at 12303 Bel Air and met with the complainant, who stated that the defendant pawned the scooter for $100. The complainant was able to provide the officer with the defendant's driver's license, and surveillance video showed that the identity of the defendant matched the video.
Yeah,
The
but
driver's
you know that
license.
he took the scooter from the place, from wherever it was, how do we know that someone didn't give it to him? I get it that he's pawned. I mean, perhaps, possession of stolen property, but theft.
So the allegation is the complainant is not the owner of the scooter, it's a pawn shop. So the allegation here is that the defendant,
Well, he's charged with theft, right? So he has to steal it.
by acquiring or accessory. Well,
Like you have to acquire.
yes, Your Honor. Reading
So
the-
here, all he's doing is he's pawning it.
Ramsey?
It's a specific intent crime, so we have to,
The intent to deprive the pawn shop. So I think
well, the pawn shop is not it's the person who owned the scooter, which would be,
And there it is, no probable cause. In plain English, the evidence just isn't strong enough to legally keep going. The pawn ticket proves possession, but not theft. Without proof that he actually stole the scooter, the case collapses. A reminder that suspicion isn't the same as proof, even if it looks bad on paper.
Mr. Elatari. That is the actual complainant, because it's his scooter that gets stolen, but we just don't know who steals it. We know that he pawns it, right? And we get these so much, and it just, the problem is that the legwork would be somehow, okay, we get it, go back to the complaining witness, and then somehow see if is there a ring video that sees him stealing it, then, so, right. It is what it is. Mr. Salinas, I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Please, be careful. We're not asking for much. All we want our streets to be safe. You know what I mean? All right, please. All right, Ms. Jenkins, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
On March 15th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a family dispute. The officer met with the defendant, who stated that the complainant is her common-law husband. The defendant stated that the defendant attacked her and physically pulled her out of a vehicle and slapped her twice. The officer then met with the complainant, who stated that the defendant attacked him and, by striking him multiple times in his face, bit him on his nipple and felt a sharp pain on the back of his neck. The officer observed the defendant to have a bite mark on his nipple and a scratch mark on the back of his neck. Officers then spoke with a witness who stated they observed the defendant attack the complainant and continue even after they intervened. Officers observed no injuries on the defendant.
Any priors against this?
No.
And do we know what he wants? Ms. Jenkins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. There is a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and will probably file a violation protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. I don't know if this person wants to have contact with you. So until I know, I'm going to order you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons.
So he would still like contact from what I can read here.
Is that from
He
a
said
rip?
he
or is
wants,
that-
it's from a rip.
When was it performed?
The rip was performed today at 9:14 a.m.
Okay, what?
He basically said that he wants to drop the charges.
I'm ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact against this person. You need to understand that what is threatening or harassing, it doesn't matter what you think, it's what he perceives. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'll take a look at it to see whether you qualify. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign it. Okay?
Okay.
Please. I'm looking at the order for protection now. Who is the complaining witness? What's the relation? It's boyfriend, right?
Yeah, 3 kids together.
Stop. No.
I'm looking now. We do not.
It's the guy, right?
It's the guy, and I don't have anything when I click on his name. And then when we tried to make contact with him, he got quite irate and said he didn't want to comply.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because in these order for protections, there is a residential restriction that prohibits you from going back to residence of where this person lives or where this person works. So that's why I was deciding whether to keep this on or take it off. The problem is that I don't want you guys to get in another situation where you're going to end up back in custody with a new case because you guys keep butting heads. So you need to be very careful. If you got a bunch of kids with this person and you guys are constantly butting heads, you're the one that's going to end up in jail with a new case if you guys start going at it again. You understand?
Yes.
So you need to be very, very careful, especially if you have a temper. Look, 99% of the people that are in jail now are there because they have no self-control. They wig out and they do whatever they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? And sometimes you have but a second to reflect. Use self-control, especially if you have kids. Because if your kids see this violence, what do you think they're going to do? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. If you are like this and the kids see this, they'll be just like you. I'm going to take the residential restriction off. The only thing I'm counseling you is be careful, especially if you guys butt heads a lot. All right?
Okay.
You've got a great lawyer here. He will take care of you. Just listen to him if there's ever any issues. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
So they're going to file no contact, no weapons. I think that, let me see if we already have it. We do. So we'll have you sign the conditions now, and then after that, you're free to go. Okay?
Thank you, John.
First. Mr. Torres, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 15th, 2025 at 3:34 a.m., officers made a traffic stop and asked for a second officer to make scene as well. The officer observed a silver Chevrolet Malibu with no headlights on. The officer approached the driver's side and observed the defendant to be behind the wheel.
Now, hold on a second. Ladies, move away from each other, please. Miss Uloa.
The officer approached the driver's side and observed the defendant to be behind the wheel and operating the vehicle. The officer observed glassy eyes and odor of an alcoholic beverage. The second officer, a DRE, observed a mild odor of an alcoholic beverage, bloodshot eyes, and unsteady balance. The defendant stated that he was coming from the library and drank 2 beers. 18
The library?
from a library. I don't know. Your Honor.
Sure. Popular
and then-
library, I tell you.
He drank 2 beers 18 to 24 hours ago. SMSTs were conducted. It was a 6 out of 6 on the HDN, a 4 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and a 3 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant was arrested and declined to provide a sample, so a blood warrant was signed.
I forgot what the stop was. What was the stop for?
no headlights at night.
Mr. Torres, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you run him to see if he has any prior DWIs and if he has a driver's license?
Any priority WIs, his license is ineligible.
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 You are not allowed to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life, and I don't care what you got to do. I don't care if there's a...
The judge isn't joking here, he just put saving 50 kittens from a burning building on the same level as driving without a license. Totally unacceptable. No excuses, no exceptions. In this court, public safety trumps heroics.
burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not to drive. There's no justification that you can give for getting into a car and driving. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Hire a lawyer.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, we are going to give you time. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Victoria. We will have you sign a reset. After that, you will get with Fleischer for your bond condition. And after that, you're free to go. Be careful and protect my community, because if I find that you're a danger to it, it's not going to go well for you. You understand?
Sir.
Okay, come on. Q, are you ready?
Let's
do it.
At least he knows that it's not.
It's gonna be on page 22 and 23.
Did we not do a TRAS on Miss Morgan? This is Morgan, right? I thought we did a TRAS.
We did.
This is the we're not going to continue. This is your third trespass within a year. The next time, if you pick up another case, get ready. If you need any resources, we have resources here for you. If you need a place to sleep, if you need food to eat, you need somewhere to go, money, whatever, all you have to do is come back here and we will give you whatever you need. But living on the street takes its toll, and we're not going to continue to do this. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Next time, we will really get to the bottom of it. Do you understand, Ms. Moore?
Yes, sir.
You're charged now again with criminal trespass and interference with duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine on each of those cases. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It'll stay there forever. This is it. I'm not going to continue to play this revolving door. Do you understand? How do you plead to both of these offenses? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty and I'll sentence you to 30 days in jail and I'll give you credit for the 17. The next time you pick up a criminal case, come back. You've never once come back. Come back if you pick up another one. Do you understand? Good luck, Ms. Moore.
Thank you.